Can you see them? What more, Ray? The clouds. Can you see it? The clouds. What they're doing? They're gathering. Can you see it? The clouds. You see the clouds gathering. You don't have to be no super meteorologist. You don't have to have a degree in climate research, and you don't have to have a master's and uh, uh, you don't have to have a master's in climate change and none of that stuff. Can you see it? That's what I'm saying. Can you see the clouds? You don't have to get a PhD. You don't have to go to school for this. All you got to do is look up. If you look up, you can see the clouds. And if you see the clouds gathering, you know it's a real good chance it's getting ready to rain somewhere. You already know it. You can see. You can look up. You don't have to. You don't have to be some kind of great theologian or somebody to be able to just look up and see. Oh, you know what? This is what the old folk used to say. They say it looked like rain. So are they prophets? Are they telepathic? I mean, do they have some type of ability to see into the future? Or do they just have the ability to see 2 + 2 = 4? Can they look up and say, well, you know what? Normally when clouds gather like this, it rains. Now, Zion, as a moray of the Awakening Remnant Coalition, I'm trying to tell you that when the clouds gather, when you see the gathering of the clouds, what are you talking about, moray? Going over our head? No, I'm not. I'm keeping it simple in this study, in this series. Why? Because we all got to understand something. You see them clouds gathering? Yeah. It means it's going to rain. Now, how much is going to rain, how long the rain going to last and all that kind of stuff, we're really not sure. Will the rain actually hit me personally? We don't really know. But I will say this. See, I've been around a long time. I'm looking over here yonder. And somewhere over there, it's already raining. How do you know more rain? I can see the streaks. Who taught you how to look like that? My dad. My mama. My cousins. My grandpa, my grandma. They all looked around and said, you see them? Yes, it's raining over there. And then they look at the air and go, they look at the wind and say, whoa, look like the wind is blowing this way. Talk more, Rick. Yeah, it looked like, what? It looked like the wind is moving the storm this way. And watch what they do. They say, well, we better start preparing. Because the storm is coming. Small things. Better start preparing. Y'all go outside, roll up all the windows and the car, get all your stuff, get in the house, put it in the shelter. Storm is coming. Make sure that you don't have no, things like electricity and wires out there, so you don't want to get them when they spark and all that kind of stuff. Well, storm is coming. Just in case there's a power outage, do we got some candles? Yes. Do we got enough food? Yes. We got some wood. We can burn some wood so we can. Yes, we got all that. Oh, okay. Then it shouldn't be no problem. What's the difference between a person, different people in different storms? I'll tell you what the difference is. It comes down to something as simple as this, Zion. The prepared and the unprepared. The prepared and the unprepared. Those that are ready and those that are not. We were supposed to be ready. Why? Because we were told long ago, thousands of years ago, that this day was coming. We were told thousands of years ago by our own, think about this, Zion. We were told by our own uncles, cousin, brother, sisters. What was we told, more right? The rain's coming. Prepare. Get ready for it. Who told us? Moses. No, I stopped before Moses. Who told us about the rain? Who told us first? Noah. Then who told us? Abraham. Then who told us? Isaac. Jacob. We were told by Joseph. Why? We were told by Moses. We were told by Joshua. Storm is coming. The storm is coming. We were told by Samuel. If you would listen, you could hear Samuel tell the people, storm is coming. And whew. Oh my. Even Solomon. We tried to warn us. Then we listened to our prophets. Isaiah tried to tell us about this day. It's coming. And told us that we didn't want to have no parts of this last day. Told us to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments so that we'd be able to stand. Who else? Zeke saw it. Who? Ezekiel saw it. Jeremiah saw it. Daniel saw it. Talk more. I'm trying to help my people. See, this idea that you don't think you what do you mean you didn't know it was coming? How you didn't know? Did you read Daniel? Did you read Joel about the day of Yahuwah? Did you read Amos? You heathens, did you ever read the book of Obadiah? You didn't know about the book of Obadiah, that the storm is coming. You heathens. I guess nobody can hear. Nobody heard Jonah say yet 40 days. Oh, okay, so nobody can hear no more. Micah said it. Nahum tried to warn the people. Habakkuk, whoo-wee. He was like, man, y'all can't see what's going on around you? Everybody tried to warn us about what, Moreh? The rain. It's coming. Why? The clouds. Then we get over, oh my goodness. I mean, I could name all the prophets. Elijah, Elisha, Hosea, Zephaniah for sure. Did y'all read Haggai? Or Zechariah? So you mean tell me all of our prophets went through all that work to prophesy? They went through all that study, all that pain, all that effort. They put their life into one thing, trying to help the people see the last days. That's what all of these prophecies are about, these last days. And then we get Matthew. Wait a minute, I didn't even mention Malachi. I ain't have time. Then Matthew talks about it. Mark, Luke, John, then Luke again in the book of Acts, and I can go on. But this is my point in this video. Zion, how you can't see it? When the apocalypse and the last days is in your face. It's not shrouded anymore. It's uncovered. It's in your face. That's why you saw the thumbnail. I said it's in your face. It's before your face. You can see it. Matter of fact, y'all help me. Write this down in the chat, please. I know it's kind of long. The apocalypse is in your face. Write it. Why, Moreh? You better write it's in your face. Why? Because somebody in Calcutta, somebody in Suriname, somebody in Trinidad and Tobago, somebody in Russia, somebody in Germany, somebody in the Ukraine, somebody in, they looking for truth in the last days. Somebody in Kazakhstan looking for truth. Somebody in China want to know the truth. Somebody in Japan want to know the truth. They need to know that the apocalypse is in your face. You got to open your eyes and see the clouds. Once you see the clouds gathering, when you can spiritually see what the clouds really are, then you know that these clouds that are gathering are the clouds of judgment. If y'all can't see, oh my, that earthquake that just happened, the Bible said there'll be earthquakes in diverse places, right? I've just mentioned it on the Shabbat, but it was new when I mentioned it. You know what I mean? And I think at that time, they said there was like 1,000 people that they found out that was injured. And they said now the death toll may reach into the hundreds of thousands. They don't even know the number. And I showed you all on the Holy Shabbat how Abaya is against idolatry. And I saw some of y'all in the chat. I saw you. When I mentioned that, some of y'all in the chat was like, yep, he got him. He gonna get him for that idolatry. That's what they do when they over there worshiping strange gods. I was watching the chat. I knew. I said, I'm going to get the chat. Because I was showing them all them ugly gods and stuff. And they were saying, whoa, them gods are ugly. Oh, I can't believe they doing that. And then I showed, and I said, you don't think that that's coming here? You can't see the wind blowing that judgment here? Because when I showed you Astaroth and showed you that our people worship a god uglier than that, we worship a god called Astaroth. It's called Easter. They getting ready to do it again in a few days. I showed the world. If you can't see that judgment that happened over yonder is coming this way, you blind. The only reason that y'all have not already tore up all of this over here is because there's a very small remnant. I told y'all, I done read this Bible so many times. This judgment and this apocalypse have already begun. And let me show you something. Somebody somewhere is praying for us. Just put that in your spirit. Why? Because Abraham said, would you destroy them if you find 50 righteous? And Abayah said, no, if I find 50 folk in the remnant, I won't destroy it. He said, wait, let me think about this. Okay, what about 45? If it's 45 righteous, would you destroy it? No, If it's 45 righteous in Sodom and Gomorrah, I'll let it stand. Did anybody see that story beside me? Then he said, is it 10? He got all the way down. He went to 30, then 20, then he got to 10. He said, is it 10 righteous? He said, if it's 10, I won't destroy it. So then when I think about what's going on in the Americas, which is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, and the fact that this place is not a smoking flat right now means somebody somewhere has talked to Yah, and Yah has determined it's at least 10. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out this chat. Somewhere somebody said, they're getting ready to worship the devil again. He said, they've been doing it. How much longer, Yah? A few more days, and I'm bringing the wrath. Oh, I would hate to be one of you heathens and one of you slumber brews going into these whorehouses when the handwriting is on the wall, when the clouds is gathering and the storms have already, and the rain, and I would hate to be one of you heathens. Y'all taking a chance. Oh my, you finna go celebrate the devil again in the midst of all this? And watch, I ain't done. What time is it? Listen, I told y'all, America and these other, no, not the America, the U.S., because I found out there's a difference between America and the business and the company called United States. So you mean to tell me, I told the world, I said, they said they were going to stay out of this war. They were not putting no boots on the ground. They wasn't going over here doing no fighting. They was going to let these folk over there fight it out. Where? In our promised holy land, they fighting over that which don't belong to none of them. It's given to us from the Nile to the Euphrates. That's my grandpa's land, based on Bible. I ain't talking about what I heard. And Yah would bring everybody who inflicted pain on us into the valley of decision. And I told the world, it's on record. And I know they say, Moreh, how did you see that? That's what people be saying to me all the time. I don't know how you be seeing that, man. What's happened? And I tell them, look, I'm a seer. And then they go, yeah, but everybody got eyes. And I go, nigga, that's not what I'm talking about. Just because you got eyes don't mean you looking at the Bible. I'm looking at script every day. And all I'm doing for the house of Israel is when I look at the scripts, I compare the scripture with what's happening. That's why I can see it. But don't be alarmed at that. Why? Because I'm a gift to the house of Israel. I understand my place. My place as a seer is not for me. It's for you. Now, sometimes I want to keep it to myself because I be teaching and preaching, and y'all act like it ain't no big deal. I'm like, is this what our ancestors had to go through? So you read it and see it. They not studying like this. And then you warn the people, and they make mockery. They laugh at you. They say that nigga's crazy. He out here talking about that, this and that. I'm like, wow. So y'all think I volunteered to do this? Or was I drafted? I gotta go. You think I just like being the butt of jokes? Y'all think I just like being talked about and ridiculed? You think I just like having people making memes of the things I say? And put me? Y'all think that that's what I'm in this for? No. Look, I would much rather. No, I ain't gonna even get into that because y'all been kind to me. What I'm saying is, I understand that I was here to help you see things. And so I was not disobedient to the heavenly vision, and I'm going to show you what he shows me. And I'm telling you about this storm. These United Snakes said they were not going to get involved. Well, what was going on over there, especially when it came to a real national treasure in harm's way with the Marines, the military personnel. That's what they said is the national treasure. I made a video. I said, stay out of this over 2 years ago. I said, y'all better stay out of this. Because this look a whole lot like the Valley of Decision. This look like Yah drawing the nations to the Valley of Jehoshaphat for the last time. Somebody say it's buffering. They got me. Man. Can you believe that? Zion, I'm going to have to get out of here. Why? The rain is coming. If y'all can see me all right and hear me okay, would you place a 12? If you can see me, if you can't, you tell me it's still buffering. Wow. Still can't hear me, huh? Somebody said they can. Oh, thank you, Phantom. Appreciate it. He said, you good. Sing and say, I'm good. Shalom, shalom. I better put this in this video before I get out of here. A lot of folks saying it's good now. Okay, Toda Rabah. I'm Dr. Yoshiyahu Dawid ben Israel, called by Avaya, according to the scriptures, to be a seer in these last days, to feed the remnant, to help wake up Jacob, to feed the remnant the Torah. I'm been full time and supported by the tithe and the offerings. Oh, by the way, yes, Happy New Year to all of you, my Heavenly Father's children. Wait, what's going on here? Is it raining? When I sat down, it wasn't raining. And now it's raining. You ain't gotta be no Mover. How'd you know it was gonna rain? I ain't looked at the news today. I don't have to go on no app to see whether or not it's gonna rain. I looked at the clouds. And just like it started raining on me just now, because I saw them clouds, it's getting ready to do the same exact thing on the heathen and on the slumber brews, and it's going to do the same exact thing on all the naysayers and everybody that is not a part of the remnant. It's coming. It's called the apocalypse. We're already in it. I told this nation You better stay out of this one. This look mighty familiar. I read about this somewhere. And I told them where I read it. And I told them what the valley is and all that. And they said, we just gonna stand by just in case. And now we dropping full out bombs. Now other nations is talking about, hey, nah, you ain't gonna do that. And now it's going back and forth. Now we amping up. Now other folk is amping up. Now we got this talking. Now they won't want to talk it. Now this and that. And what's happening? The clouds of war. See, they thought they was going for one reason. I put that in a video. And look, I'm not taking credit for the information, for what happened. I'm just taking credit for bringing it to you. Prophets that told us, I just said this look mighty like that. And these heathens remain unrepentant to this very day. Y'all support the work of the ARK. I gotta put that out there too. Support the work of the ARK. I'm full-time studying, preaching, teaching, sharing the message of the truth to the world with no sponsors. Think about that. I gotta pay house notes. I gotta pay bills. We got staff. We got travel, medical, dental. We got everything everybody else got with no, think about that, no corporation, no denomination, no camp support. Oh, More, how you doing it? Tithes and offerings from you. That's how we do it. So remember us in your tithes and offerings. This ministry means something to you. I'm gonna read Luke real quick because it's raining. I did not plan this. I saw the clouds gathering, but I didn't know that the water was gonna fall while I was preaching. But it's sprinkling now. You know what that means? I got to get out of here before it starts pouring. But wait, let's do this real quick. If y'all still rolling with the Moray, you know what? You're gonna have to put 800,000 in the chat. I'm about to get out. Put 800,000. The rain is getting more and more intense. Watch. Luke chapter 21, verse 4. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. That was us. We fell by the edge of the sword, and we were led into captivity into all nations. Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. That's what's happening right now. Everybody in our land is Gentiles. Those are Gentiles. That is not the remnant. The remnant has been dispersed. There may be one or two in the remnant over there, but that's not the remnant in control until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars upon the earth. And this is the one I wanted to get to. Watch this. This is where I wanted to get to. And upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity. That's what I wanted to get to today before it's raining me out. The nations are distressed and everybody is perplexed. That's Bible. You saw it. It's in your script. I'm gonna go, it's raining. Let's stand out here in the rain all day with y'all. I got to go. Yeah, it's raining now. Everybody is perplexed. If you study what's going on right now, you see the world is perplexed. They can't understand. What's going on? One thing leading to another, to another, to another. You mean tell me we got to do this? Well, you shouldn't do this. You should do that. Well, sit in this. Don't sit in that. Talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. You got to stand up for these people. You got to stand for these people. Blah, blah, blah. And all of this perplexity is causing a gathering of all of the world's superpowers into one location. Believe it. The attention is about to turn away from Ukraine and Russia. And even Ukraine and the Russians are going to turn their attention to what's happening over in the valley of Jehoshaphat. They're going to turn their attention to what's going on where? Where Yah said the final battle is going to be between him. They're going to turn to the valley of decision. Watch it. That's where it's going. I made this video because I was going to tell the remnant. Look, y'all, the remnant. Don't trip. That's all I'm saying. I got to go because of the rain. I had a lot to say. I see my time. I had at least 20 more minutes to go, but I'm going to get out of here before it rains too hard on the Morehyosh. Well, watch this. Number one, prepare yourself. How do I do that, Morehyosh? One, return to Yah, like he said. And I don't care what people are telling you. Tithes and offerings is an important step in that return. Read the book of Malachi. Don't listen to a preacher in the back of your mind talking about lock the doors and all that and shoes and yeah, I know y'all got it and all that. Forget all that. Forget all that Babylonian preacher talk. Read the Bible for yourself. I would suggest read the whole book of Malachi and understand what he means when he talked about the tithe, because he had already talked about several things leading up to the crux of the matter is putting Yah first in everything and getting rid of all your gods that's in your face. That's preparation, humility, prayer, asking for the forgiveness of your sins. And I didn't get to it again that I wanted to deal with and getting rid of this fear. I don't know what y'all think. More you talk like you ain't got no fear. I don't have that kind of fear. I don't have the type of fear that paralyzes me. Because when I look around at what's going on in the world, I don't have that. That's not the type of fear that I have. See, I do have fear, but I try to make sure that all of the fear I have is the fear of Yahuwah. I try to make sure that I'm always following Yah and submitting to him and always be afraid of him, always be in awe of him and always making sure that I'm trying to do everything that's right in his sight. I gotta go. Yeah, but I had to rush my lesson. But when we get in the studio, I'll talk about it some more. I do enjoy these outdoor sessions with y'all. Hope you all enjoy them too. If you do, place a 1 million in the chat. Once again, support the work of the ARK. Stay prayed up, Zion. Realize that the clouds are gathering. And as a result, that's Babylon falling. And as the world system, which is Babylon, is falling, remember this. The house of Yah, the remnant, is rising. Don't forget that. As these nations fall, Yah's remnant rises. And we reclaim our real place on the planet. What's that, Moreh? Once we rise, the whole world will recognize the remnant. And they'll have to confess that we are the ones that Abba Yah loves. We will be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. We will teach sinners, show sinners their ways, and help the transgressors find the right path. That's our real job. We will point to our King. We will reveal who the real King of the world is. That's what the remnant's job is. That's our responsibility. We're going to show them how to walk in the power and the power of his might. I gotta go. We're going to show the world. Oh, yes, we got a job to do. We're going to show the world that I by Yah rules and super rules. Okay, I can't preach. But yeah, we have a job to do when we return to him. Why? We have to show that he can take every high place and bring it down low. And every low place he can exalt it. He can take those who think they first and make them last. And then take those who are last and make them first. He can take those who are living crooked and thinking that the crooked way is the right way. No, let me tell you what he'll do. He gonna make our path straight. I gotta go. Yeah, we got work to do when we wake up to the truth. And we gotta keep warning these heathens and these slumber brews. Get away from that idolatry. This ain't the time for it. Y'all really playing with literal fire. You just don't boil the judgment. And if you don't believe me, you ask them people over there suffering that earthquake if they was playing with fire. I gotta go. One love, Todah Rabbah for them 1 millions, Todah Rabbah for you administrators. And I do pray for the remnant of the house of Israel that you do have a happy, prosperous new year. Why? Because our king is. And until next time, keep looking up. Lift your head up. For our redemption draws nigh. Shalom.